Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm glad you joined us for our Chair Yoga Advanced series. This series will build on the groundwork developed in the Beginner and Intermediate series. We'll continue to focus on form and technique as we build into more challenging poses. Note that the start of each class as we warm up will be similar to the beginner class. And let's get started. So we're going to sit up nice and tall in our chair. We're going to move forward so we're not leaning back. Hands are going to rest lightly on the thighs. Extend the spine, long right crown of the head to the ceiling. Flip the palms up. Close the eyes. And just breathe your natural breath. Now we're going to elongate the breath. We'll inhale a little more deeply and exhale a little more completely. And then we're going to move that breath down into the diaphragm, that belly breath. Go ahead and inhale, feel that belly extend. Exhale, pull the belly button to the spine. Now, if you can, try to make that exhalation longer than the inhalation. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath. Hands to your lap and open your eyes. We're going to do some neck stretches here. We're going to drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. And we'll drop our chin towards our chest. We'll drop our left ear towards our left shoulder. And chin to chest. Okay, go ahead and look forward. Now, just a little add-on to that. We're going to go ahead and grab the back of the chair down low. Lift your heart and squeeze your shoulder blades back behind. And let's do that one more time. Drop your ear to your shoulder. Chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder. Don't lose the squeeze. That's where the change happens. And chin to chest. All right, go ahead and relax your arms and go ahead and lift up. We're going to take our palms and we're going to place them on our shoulders, and we're going to lift those elbows up so that they're parallel to the mat. Now, we're going to bring those elbows together and we're just going to kiss, right? If they don't touch, don't worry about it. It's fine. Now, we're going to lift them up towards the ceiling. Okay? We're going to bring them out to the side. Now, bring them back. I know, act like they're going to touch. Obviously, they're not, right? But that's the sensation. And then we're going to drop those elbows down towards the floor. I'm still hanging on to my shoulder, so I'm not letting those hands go. I'm hanging on. Okay, let's do that one more time, just like that. Lift it up with a little kiss, if that works for you. Lift those elbows up to the ceiling. Bring them out to the side. Squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. Drop those elbows towards the floor. One more breath, and let's relax that for just a moment. Okay, how did that feel? Now, we're going to reverse that. So we're going to start the same way. Hands are going to be on the shoulders. We're going to start with those elbows down this time. Now, we're going to bring them out, but back behind. It's just a squeeze. Then we're going to lift them up towards the ceiling. Bring them forward with a kiss. And drop them down. All right, one more time. This is it. Back we go. Squeeze. Elbows lift. Forward and kiss. Can you kiss now? Maybe you couldn't at the beginning and now you can. It happens. And then drop them down. One more breath. All right, let's drop those hands down. Okay, we'll do some body circles. We're going to have our hands on our thighs and we're going to let our heart fall forward. Your back is working here. Keep your abdominals engaged. Now we're going to lean to the right. We're going to lean back. I want you to feel your abdominals working here. So if you're too far back in your chair, you won't be able to lean back very much. So maybe you scoot those hips a little bit forward, right? So I want you to feel this, the abdominals working here. And then we're going to lean to the side again, the other side, and then we're going to go forward. Okay, we're going to do that again. It's a rotation, right? Side and back. Now don't skimp on this. Let's hang out here for just a moment. I want you to feel your abdominals working. Side again, side waist is working. Sits bones stay on that chair. And then forward we go. And then we're going to reverse that, okay? So reverse it. Back we go. Both sits bones down. Feet are grounded. To the side. Forward. Let's do it one more time. To the side. Back. To the side. Forward, and then we're going to come up into a seated position. Now, the add-on here is what we're going to do is we're going to have like a stick here, and we're going to push it out forward. So all that does is it increases the range of motion for all of these muscles. If it doesn't work for you, you're going to keep your hands on your thighs for that support. So this is an add-on, and remember, you don't ever have to add on in my class. All right, we're going to grab our stick if that feels okay. We're going to come forward, and I want you to push those arms forward. You feel the difference? Here we go. Let's start to the other side. It doesn't matter. Now, as you come back, I want you to bring your stick to your chest. I want you to hang out here for just a moment, and then we're going to come to the other side, and forward we go. Let's do that again. Big circle out. Leaning back, bringing your stick to your chest, to the other side, and forward. All right, we're going to reverse it. So we go the other direction. And back, body circles, to the side, and forward one more time. And back, and forward, and go ahead and bring that, come up to seated, and bring your hands back to your lap. We'll move now into a mountain pose. So our arms will be down by our side. We'll spread our fingers nice and wide. Feel like you're going to touch the floor with those fingertips. It's an active pose. We'll come into those goalpost arms and we'll squeeze our shoulder blades back behind. We're going to extend our mountain up to the ceiling, and we're going to take our right hand to the chair. Our left arm is going to reach up a little bit further, and we're going to lean. We'll take this hand to the ceiling, rotate and look up, and then we'll lean again. Hand to the ceiling, we'll rotate and look up, and let's do it one more time. Hand to the ceiling, rotate, look up, and we're going to bring that hand down. Mountain pose. We've got to do the other side. We get to do the other side. Goalpost arms, we'll squeeze those shoulder blades behind. Extend your mountain up, shoulders are down. Try to touch the ceiling with your fingertips. Hand to the chair, opposite arm extends. And we're going to lean. Hand to the ceiling, we'll rotate and look up. Lean your mountain. Hand to the ceiling. One more. Hand to the ceiling. Bring those hands down and release. Moving into half Lord of the Fishes pose, we're going to take our right knee and open it up. So you've got your legs at this 90 degrees. Now here's what's going to happen. At least this is what I see in my in-person classes. This knee, and we're going to be rotating the right at the rib cage. This knee tends to want to fold in as we rotate. So I want you to see if you can keep that knee open. So that's going to work those inner thigh muscles. And if you want to bring that foot in a little bit instead of 90 degrees, that's okay too. I would rather you bring the knee in a little bit, the foot in a little bit, and not drop the knee. then have it out here and drop the knee. Okay, pick your leg position. We're going to take that left arm. Left arm is going to open nice and wide. Now we're going to bring that left arm all the way across our body, and we're going to grab our chair. Lengthen through the spine, rotate, and look over the back of your chair. Now, everybody, keep your hand on the chair. I want you to turn and look at that knee. Is that knee folding in? Don't let it. All right, go ahead now and rotate and look over your chair. We're going to release our chair, and we're going to bring that arm open again, okay? So that arm is opening up nice and wide. We're going to bring it across our body, and we're going to grab our chair. We'll extend our spine, rotate, and look over the back of your chair. Hold and breathe. One more breath here. Release it and face forward. Let's do the other side. Let's open up first, and we're going to hang out here for just a moment. So give your inner thighs just a moment here. We ready? Right arm opens up nice and wide. We're going to bring it across our body, and we're going to grab that chair. We'll extend our spine long, rotate, and look over the back of your chair. Do you want to check in on that knee and see if it's folding in? Go ahead and look at it. Okay, let's release the chair. We're going to open that right arm wide. We're going to bring it across the body, grab the chair, extend the spine, rotate again, looking over the back of your chair. Let's release that, face forward, and grab a sip of water. So we're going to come to standing on the right side of our chair, facing forward. Now, we're going to bring our arms back behind us. I want you to interlace your fingers and press your knuckles down towards the floor. You'll feel your heart lift, right? Squeeze those shoulder blades back behind. Lifting the chin slightly, keep the abdominals engaged. Now, we're going to bring our arms out to the side, and we're going to swing that right arm on top, and we're going to hug ourselves. Lift your elbow towards the ceiling. Now we're going to drop our elbows down towards the floor. We're going to lift our elbows back up to the ceiling, and then we're going to let go of our arms, bring the arms up, and this is a partial star pose. Bring the hands down. Bring the hands behind the back. Press the knuckles down. Lift your heart. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind. Bring your arms out to the side. Left arm on top. Hug yourself. Lift your elbows to the ceiling. Drop the elbows down towards the floor. Lift the elbows up towards the ceiling. We're going to release our hands up in a V, half of a star pose, and release. All right, let's do the other side before we add the final piece on. So come to the other side of your chair. Hips are in that hip distance apart. Bring the arms back behind you, interlace fingers, push those fingertips towards the floor. Lift your heart, squeeze your shoulder blades behind. Bring the arms out to the side, left arm on top, hug yourself. Lift those elbows to the ceiling. There's your inhale if you want to add the breath. Exhale as we drop those elbows down towards the floor. Inhale as we come up. Exhale, we're going to release those arms up to the V. Bring the arms back behind you. Interlace fingers. Press the knuckles down towards the floor. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind. Bring the arms out to the side. Right arm crosses on top. Hug yourself. Lift those elbows to the ceiling. Drop the elbows down towards the floor. Lift the elbows to the ceiling. Release those arms up. and release. Okay, so we're going to stay on this side of the chair and do the final add-on, which is going to be as we come into our star. We did half a star. We'll come up onto our tippy toes. That's a full star pose for balance. Okay, here we go. Arms out to the side. Bring them back behind you. Interlace fingers. Press the knuckles down. Lift the heart. Squeeze. Arms to the side. Left arm on top. Hug yourself. Lift your elbows up. Drop your elbows down. Lift your elbows up. Release the arms. Bring the arms up to a V star pose. Come up onto your tippy toes for 3, 2, 1, and release. Other side. Good work. Feet are wide, about hip distance apart. Bring the arms out to the side. Hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Push your knuckles down. Lift your heart. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Bring the arms out to the side. Right arm on top. Hug yourself. Lift your elbows up. Inhale. Drop your elbows down. Exhale. Lift your elbows up. Bring the arms up to a star. Come up onto those tippy toes for 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms back behind you. Interlace fingers. Push the knuckles down. Lift the heart up. Squeeze. Arms to the side. Left arm on top. Hug yourself. Lift. Center. Lower. Center. Now lift those elbows up. Arms come up to the ceiling. Come up onto your tippy toes for 3, 2, 1, and release. We're going to move into humble warrior. So we're going to turn and face the seat of our chair. We're going to take a little step back, hinge forward, and place your hands in the seat of the chair. Bring your weight a little bit forward, all right? So we want shoulders over wrists, and you can always reach around and grab that chair if that feels better on your wrists. Now, we're going to drop our belly and lift our heart into cow pose. We'll pull our belly button to our spine, and we're going to round our back, tuck our chin, let the head fall into cat pose. Let's do that again. Drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips into cow pose, and go ahead and move into your cat pose. Come back into neutral spine. You're going to bend your elbows, let your head come forward. Maybe it comes to the seat of the chair. It doesn't have to, but here we are in a forward fold. One more breath here. Now, the foot next to the back of the chair is going to step forward. The other foot will step back. The heel will be down. Straighten your front leg. We're in pyramid pose. Okay? You feel that? Feel that front leg stretching? Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and lift our heart. Keep that front leg straight. I know. Bring your hands behind your back. Push your knuckles down. Lift your heart. And now, keeping that front leg straight, we're going to let our heart fall for humble pyramid. Keep your hands on the, just resting on your back. Let your heart fall. Okay, so now from here, we're going to drop our hands back to the chair. Your front leg is still straight. We'll now bend that front knee and bring that back foot forward, and we're going to roll up into standing. Okay, so a little bit of movement there, right? And I want to do this side again before we move to the other side, okay? So let's go ahead and take a little step back. We'll hinge forward and do our cat and cow again. So hands to the seat of the chair. Bring that weight forward, shoulders over wrist. All right, drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your hips. Pull your belly button to your spine, round your shoulders, tuck your chin. Let's do that again. Drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips. Come back to cat pose, belly button to spine, around your shoulders, tuck your chin. Come back to that neutral spine. We're going to bend our elbows and we're going to let our forehead come towards the chair in a forward fold. Feeling the back side of the body stretching. One more breath. All right, lift the upper body a little bit. Bring that foot next to the back of the chair forward. Other foot steps back, heel is down. We're going to straighten our front leg into that pyramid pose. Hold your chair as you go ahead and come up to standing. Keep that front leg straight. Clasp your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, press your knuckles down. Now, as we come down into our humble pyramid this time, if you want to lift your hands up behind you, you can. You do not have to. And let that heart fall. For 3, 2, 1. Place your hands in the seat of the chair. Bend the front knee. Back foot steps forward. And we roll up into standing. Okay. Let's do the other side. Do you feel okay on that? We're going to start with stepping a little bit away. So we're going to start in that cat and cow. Hinge forward, hands in the seat of the chair. Bring your weight forward, shoulders over wrist. I'm going to step just a little bit back. I'm a little bit too close to feel comfortable doing my cat and cow. Okay, are we ready? Drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips. Cat pose, belly button to spine, round the shoulders, tuck the chin, let the head fall. Cow pose, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips. Cat pose, belly button to spine, round. Come to neutral spine, bend your elbows and let your upper body sink. Maybe your forehead touches the chair. It does not have to. This is just an idea. Forward fold. Lift your heart a little bit. The foot next to the back of the chair, you're going to step it forward. The other foot steps back and the heel comes down. Straighten your front leg. Hold on to the chair as you come to standing. Pyramid pose. Bring your hands back behind you, interlace fingers. Push your knuckles down towards the floor, lift your heart, squeeze your shoulder blades behind. Keeping the front leg straight, we're going to do humble pyramid. Your hands are going to stay on the small of the back and you're letting your heart fall forward. Front leg stays straight. Release the hands to the chair. Bend your front knee. Back foot steps forward. Roll it up into a standing position. Let's do it again. Step it back. Hinge forward, hands in the seat of the chair. Weight comes forward, shoulders over wrists. Cow pose. Drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips. Cat pose. Belly button to spine, round the shoulders, tuck the chin. Cow pose. Drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips. Cat pose. Belly button to spine, around the shoulders, tuck the chin. Come to neutral spine. The foot next to the chair steps forward. The other foot steps back and the heel comes down to the mat. Straighten your front leg. Let your heart fall forward. I'm not sure if I did this one before or not, but let's go ahead and come into stretch that back side of that front leg for a little pyramid first. Now go ahead and lift up, grab your chair. Back up we go to standing. Bring your hands behind your back. Clasp and press the knuckles down, lifting that heart, lifting that chin. Okay, front leg stays straight. It wants to bend so badly. Don't let it. Here we go. Pyramid pose, humble pyramid. Down we go. Now, if you want to let those arms come up behind you, you can. One more breath here. Drop the hands to the seat of the chair. Bend the front knee. Back foot steps forward. We're going to roll it up into a standing position. All right, that was very well done. Let's go ahead and have a seat and grab a sip of water. We're going to move into eagle pose. We're going to take our right knee and we're going to cross it on top. So you've got knee to knee. Now remember, you can always do ankle to ankle if that feels better for you. I'm moving a little bit further forward in my chair. I felt like I needed to move forward. Okay, so crossing my legs knee to knee. Now I'm going to bring my arms out to the side, palms are facing up. I'm going to come across, my left arm is going to be on top. So I'm going to try to stack elbow on top of elbow. We're going to bounce 3 times. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Now I'm going to bend at the elbows and hug myself. And I'm going to lift my elbows up to where they're parallel to the mat. Rotate to the right. Come center. Rotate to the left. Center. Drop the elbows down. Center. Lift the elbows up. Center. Unravel the arms. Unravel the legs. How did that feel? Okay. Now we're going to do the other side. So my left knee is on top now, or ankle to ankle. Bring those arms out, palms are facing up. Right arm on top, elbow stacks on top of elbow. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Bend at the elbows, hug yourselves. Lift the elbows up to where they're parallel to the mat. Rotate to the left. Center. Rotate to the right. Center. Elbows down. Center. Elbows lift. Center. Unravel the arms and unravel the legs. Now, there's one more add-on that we're going to do to that one, and it's going to be the arms only. So the legs are going to stay the same. So if you like the ankle to ankle, do that. If you want to cross knee to knee, do that, okay? Now, this is a pretty significant add-on. So remember, you've got that same version that we just did if you prefer it. But if you're with me, we're going to bring those forearms parallel to one another. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this left hand and I'm just going to stack it on top. Did you see what I did there? I just stacked it on top. So now I've got the backs of my hands together or the fronts of my hands together. Now, if the fronts of your hands are together, you see what I've done there with my palms? Your wrists need to stay straight. So if you're getting there and your wrists are all weird for you to be able to get that in that position, then just bring the backs of palms together. Okay, pick your hand position. Now, everybody lift your arms up, forearms away from your face. Do you feel that? Wow, right? What a stretch. Here we go. We're going to rotate to the right. Keep your hips and your knees forward. Rotate center. Rotate to the left. Center. Drop those arms down. Center. Lift those arms up. Center. Unravel the arms. Wow. And unravel the legs. Did you feel that? Okay. The other side. Let's drop and put that other knee on top. Here we go. Those forearms are parallel to one another. Now this is the hand. It's just going to stack on top. Backs of palms are together or fronts of palms. Either is fine. Lift and forearms away from the face. Are we ready? Let's go to the left first. And center. Go to the right. Center. Drop those arms down. center, lift the arms up, center, unravel the arms, and unravel those legs. You want to roll the shoulders a little bit? I do. Let's do that. And reverse it. We're going to move into a straddled forward fold. This version, we're going to go ahead and sit way back in our chair so that the seat of our chair is between our legs. So take just a moment, feeling that inner thigh stretching here. We're going to keep our hands right here on the chair, but we're going to begin to let our heart fall a little bit. So you're going to feel inner groin stretch, inner thigh stretch. I even feel a little bit in the backs of my hips, okay? Do y'all feel that? All right, just a nice gentle stretch here. Now, we're going to take our right hand and we're going to bring it to the center of the chair, and I want you to rotate that left arm open towards the ceiling. Don't overextend the shoulder. So this isn't how far can I get that shoulder up. Keep the shoulders in alignment. Keep that arm in alignment with the chest, if that makes sense. Okay, and then we're going to bring that hand down to our chair. One cue on that, let's go ahead and revolve the other way. If you'll just leave your elbow bent, it tends to keep that shoulder more in alignment. So I kind of like to keep my elbow bent. And let's bring that hand down. And let's go ahead and come up to seated. I want you to bring those legs forward, and I'll check in and see how you're feeling. Okay, because we're building from there. That's our first position. This is an advanced class, right? So this is, we're just moving straight into things. Okay, so now let's go ahead and come back into that, that leg extension here. The seat of the chair is between our legs. We're going to come forward onto our forearms. Your palms are going to be facing one another. Bring your left palm or forearm to the center, and we're just going to rotate that arm up. Let's keep that elbow bent again. I really like that, to keep that shoulder in alignment. And then we're going to bring that forearm down, and we're going to revolve the other way. Let's bring that hand down. Let's do it one more time. Revolve. Revolving our straddle forward fold. Down we go, and we're going to revolve the other way. All right, here we are. If you need a little break, go ahead and take a break. But if you're with me, here we go. Hands to the floor. Moving on down. Now, I'm keeping my head lifted. I'm not letting my head fall, right? So my head stays above my heart. I'm feeling that stretch first. Put the right hand right under your face. Rotate open to the left. Down we go. Put that left hand on the mat and then rotate open the other direction. Here we go. Let's do that one more time. Ready? Rotate. And down. Other side. Rotate. And down. Now, as you come up nice and slow, let's put our hands on our chair. All right. Roll it up very slowly. We were in a little bit of an inversion there, weren't we? Let's bring our legs forward and release. The next pose we're going to do is actually a little series where we're going to call kicking the ball. And it's a way to really think about keeping our abdominals, our core engaged. So we're going to lift our right leg and place our hands underneath it. Okay? Then we're going to flex our foot. We'll extend our leg out. Then we'll bend the knee and we'll put that foot on the floor. Now let's do the other side. So hands are going under the thigh. We're lifting that leg up. We'll flex the foot and we'll extend and bend and put that foot down. Okay, let's do that one more time. Lift it up. You're holding under that thigh. Flex the foot. We're going to extend that leg out. Don't lean back. Keep your abdominals engaged. Bend the knee and put the foot on the floor. And let's do it again on the other side. It's lift, flex, extend, bend, and down. Okay, So that's a really good version. Now, the next version is we're going to hold our chair. So same idea. Let's go ahead and start on that right side. Lift, flex, extend, bend, down. Other side. Lift, flex, extend, bend, down. One more. Lift, flex, extend, bend, down. Lift, flex, extend, bend, down. Okay, now the final add-on, you remember you've got the version where you're holding under the leg. You've got the version where you're holding the chair. Now we're going to the version where we're just our hands. Now, if you will, I like to flip my palms to the ceiling. It really helps me think about lifting through my chest, keeping my abdominals engaged, right? So when I'm kind of here, it's not the same feeling as when I'm here. Are we ready? Let's do it. Lift, flex, extend. You feel the difference? Bend, down. Lift, flex, extend, bend, down. Again, lift, flex, extend. Is your belly tight? Bend, down, lift, flex, extend, bend, down, and release. We're going to move into a crescent lunge with an add-on. So we're going to take that right knee and open it. We'll drop our left knee to the floor. We'll push our foot back. Think about back of the kneecap towards the ceiling. Now we're going to bring our arms to goalpost arms, and we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades back behind us. Lift that chin slightly. Bring the arms to the ceiling. We're going to hinge out over that front leg. Pull your belly in. Hands back to the ceiling. Goalpost arms again. Squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. Bring the hands down to the thigh. Release that and face forward. Okay, we're going to do that again. So let's go ahead on the other side. Let's bring that knee out to the side, and we're going to drop that opposite knee. So think about pressing that leg back a little bit, okay? We're going to come to those goalpost arms. We'll squeeze our shoulder blades back behind. Lift your chin slightly. Fingertips to the ceiling. We're going to hinge out over our front leg. We'll bring those arms back up. Come back to those goalpost arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind. One more breath. Bring your hands down to your lap and face forward. Okay. The next add-on is pretty significant, so I'm going to let you decide if you want to do it or not, but let's go ahead and start. We'll get that knee open, and we'll drop this knee down. Now, I want you to come way to the edge of your chair, because what's going to happen is your right hand is going to stay on that chair, but we're going to slip our hips off, okay? So find your position, find your balance, belly tight. Okay, are we ready? We're going to come, let go of the chair, and squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. Lift your hands to the ceiling. Pull your belly in, extend your arms out over that front leg. Lift your hands back up to the ceiling. Goalpost arms. Hands back to the ceiling. Put your right hand on the chair. Slip your hips back on the chair. Face forward. How'd you feel on that one? Okay? All right, let's do the other side. I know, I told you it was quite an add-on, didn't I? Open it up. Drop this knee down. Remember, we're going to slide to the edge of our chair to start with. Now, your left hand is going to stay in that chair just for a moment. Kind of get everything set. Feel that stretch here. Slip those hips off if you want. Get your balance. Okay, let's bring hands to heart. And go goalpost arms. Lift that chin up. Squeeze those shoulder blades back behind. Hands to the ceiling. Hinge out over that front leg. I know, I feel it too. Hands back to the ceiling. Goalpost arms, squeeze those shoulder blades behind, lift that chin. One more breath. Hand to the chair, slip the hips back on the chair, and face forward. Let's grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing behind our chair. So we're going to move into a goddess pose, and then we'll be doing some add-ons from that particular pose. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to do a heel, toe, heel, toe. So I've got my hips, my knees, and my toes at a diagonal. Now, as we come into our goddess legs, I want you to think about rolling to the outer edges of your feet. You begin to bend those knees, but as you bend your knees, your hips push back behind you, okay? So we want the weight on the outer edges of the feet. We want the hips pushing back, and you're going to just hold on to that chair for right now. So do you feel that? You feel those goddess legs? You've got some inner thighs, some quadriceps working. Keep your abdominals engaged, and I want you to keep that heart lifted. All right, let's just straighten our legs for a moment, take a little break. Okay, feeling all right with that? Let's do it again. Here we go. Legs, feet. We move to the outer edges of those feet. We bend at the knees. We push our hips back. Hands are resting on the chair. Okay, we're going to let go of the chair. We're going to come into those goddess arms. Now, we're going to lean our goddess. And up we go. We're going to lean our goddess. And up. We'll rotate. Center. Rotate. Center. Hands on chair. Straighten the legs. And take a little break. Okay? All right. Here we go. Bend those knees, roll to the outer edges of those feet, push your hips back behind you. Can you go any deeper? Just see. Goddess arms. We're going to lean. And center. We're going to lean. Center. Rotate. Center. Rotate. Center. Listen, I want you to come forward over your chair and hug a tree. Oh, feel the stretch. Belly tight, back is working. Come back to those goddess arms. Come forward and hug that tree. Oh, yeah. Back to goddess arms. One more time. Come and hug that tree. Back to your goddess arms. Straighten your legs and let's come all the way in and take a little break. Do you feel okay? It's a lot, I know, those legs working hard. So the final add-on to this series is we're going to move into horse pose, which means we're going to be lifting our heels up off the floor. So I'll take us through it. And remember, if it doesn't work for you, then you're just going to leave your feet on the floor. It's okay. I'm just giving you those add-ons. Okay, so let's do a heel, toe, heel, toe. Make sure you've got that alignment. You want hips, knees, and feet to be in alignment. Put your weight to the outer edges of those feet. Come down into your goddess legs. If you can go any deeper, do so. You don't have to. Just giving you ideas. We're going to let go of that chair. Okay, you know what? Let's hold the chair for the first one. Let's lift one heel up. I'm starting with my right. It doesn't matter. And let's put it down. And let's lift the other heel up. And put it down. Let's do that one more time. Heel lifts. And down. Heel lifts. And down. All right, now let's let go of the chair. I just want you to see how it felt before we let go. All right, are we ready? Lift, lower, lift, lower. Repeat, lift, lower, lift, lower. One more, lift, lower. Both sides, lift, lower. Straighten the legs. Leave the legs where they are if you can. Take a little break. Okay, so now we're going to be lifting both heels at the same time. So we'll be up on some tippy toes. It's a little bit of balance challenge. Keep your abdominals engaged. Okay, here we go. Down into those goddess legs. Let go of that chair. We're going to lift one heel, lift the other heel. Down and down. Lift one heel, lift the other heel. Down and down. We lift and lift. Down and down. One more. Lift and lift. Down and down. Straighten those legs and bring those legs in. Okay, take a moment here. So the next pose is a wide-legged leaning mountain. We're going to get a little more balance work in here. So we're going to take our feet about the width of the chair leg, so not as far as we did for our goddess, okay? And you're going to keep your toes pointing forward. All right, so we're going to come up into our extended mountain. Now, our right hand is going to grab our left wrist. We're going to lengthen it up to the ceiling, and then we're going to lean our mountain. So you're kind of pulling on that wrist a little bit, giving that side waist a little extra stretch. Then we're going to come back up. We're going to grab the opposite wrist. It's an extension up, and then we're going to lean. And then we're going to come up, and we'll bring our hands down, and we'll take a little break. Okay, so now we're going to do that same thing, and the add-on is as we lean, so let's say we're leaning this way, we're going to come up onto the toes of that opposite leg, okay? So here we go. Extend your mountain first. Keep the shoulders down. Keep the abdominals engaged. Left hand grabs right wrist. We're going to lengthen it up to the ceiling. Now we're going to lean, and then we're going to come up onto those right toes. Then we're going to come center, grab the opposite wrist, extend up, lean, and come up onto those opposite toes. Up we go. Bring the hands down. Now, the final add-on is instead of on the toes, we're going to lift that leg up. Let's see how it feels. Extend your mountain. Let's do right hand grabs left wrist. Extend. Now, we're going to lean first. Come onto those toes. Get your weight into that standing leg, right? And then see if you can lift that leg up. For 3, 2, 1. Put that foot down. Come to the other side. Extend up. We're going to lean. Come onto those toes first. Ready? Lift that leg for 3, 2, 1. Put that leg down and release. Very well done. We're going to move into a quadruped. So we're going to come on the right side of our chair. And then what I'd like for you to do is just take a little step back, okay? Just a little step back, and we're going to come into a mountain pose. So extend your arms up to the ceiling, shoulders stay down, we're extending our mountain, and then we're going to hinge forward, and we're going to place our hands in the seat of the chair. Bring your weight forward. Okay, so in our quadruped, we're going to start with our left leg, and we're going to extend that left leg back behind us. Your toes are down. Now, I want you to let your weight shoot back so that your heel comes down onto the mat, okay? It's just a nice stretch. Then we're going to come up onto those toes, and let's do it again. Let that heel fall down. And up we go. We're going to do that one more time. Let that heel come down. Up we go. Let's bring that left foot in, and let's take the right foot back. Toes are down. Front knee bends, belly tight. Let that heel fall to the mat. We're going to release it. Heel to the mat. And release. Do you feel the calf stretching? Right? Heel to the mat. And release. We're going to bring that foot forward and go ahead and come up to standing. Okay, so that just kind of gets us warmed up for it. Are we ready? Extend that mountain. Up we go. Hinge forward, hands to the seat of the chair. Bring the weight forward. Now, if you want to turn your hands and hold the side of the chair, that's fine if this is a lot of pressure on your wrist. But I will tell you, I don't even really have to have my hands down. I don't want your weight to be on your wrists anyway. I want your abdominals and your back to be doing the work here. So I don't want you to be really sinking down anyway. But if you want to turn and grab that chair on the side, that's fine too. Okay, are we ready? Let's go back to that left leg. Toes are on the floor. We're going to flex the foot and we're going to lift that foot up. Now, at the same time, belly tight, we're going to take our right arm and we're going to extend it out in front of us, quadruped. So no wrinkles in the neck. I want you looking down at the chair. One more breath. Put your hand down, put your foot down. We're going straight to the other side. Right foot is back. We're going to flex and lift that leg up. Belly stays tight. Left arm extends out in front of you. Quadruped. One more breath. Put your hand down, put your foot down, roll it up into standing. How are we feeling? Okay, so now the final piece of this is we'll be here and we're going to do knee to elbow, right? So it's going to be that final piece of it. All right, up we go. Extend your mountain. Down we go into that hands in the chair. Bring the weight forward. Left leg is back, flex and lift. Right arm extends out. Looking down at your chair. Ready? We're going to bring our elbow to our knee. Press it out. Extend long. Elbow to knee. Press. Elbow to knee. So fingertips forward, foot back. One more time. Elbow to knee. We're pressing, pushing, pushing, pushing. Put your foot down and your hand down. Right leg extends back, flex, and lift. Left arm extends out in front of you. Push those fingertips towards the wall in front of you. Stretching through. Ready? Elbow to knee. Push it through. Elbow to knee. Keep your abdominals engaged. Push it through. Elbow to knee. Pushing through. One more time. Elbow to knee. Push it through. Hand down. Foot down. We're going to roll it up into a standing position. Did that get your heart rate up a little bit? It gets mine up just a little bit. All right, we're going to now turn and you're going to face forward again. We're still on the right side of our chair. So we're going to hold that chair at the very beginning, and I want you to take your right knee. You're going to bend it, but you're going to leave your toes on the floor. Okay? Let's bring that other hand up. We're just going to cross wrist to wrist. So if you're feeling pretty sassy, we're going to let go of that chair and you're going to bring wrist to wrist, belly tight. Now, all I'm going to do is the toes that are on the floor, I want you to push those back behind you to a warrior three. Toes are on the floor. One more breath. Unravel the arms and bring that foot forward. Okay. So now that is kind of the beginning of our series. Let's do that on the other side. I'm probably going to need to move my chair, aren't I? Let's do that on the other side, and then we will add on from there, okay? So here we are. We're holding that chair. We're going to put our left toes on the floor, okay? Remember, belly tight. Bring that left hand to heart, or it's not really to heart, it's more a little bit further out because we're going to cross wrist to wrist. Okay, can we let go of the chair and cross wrist to wrist? Now those toes that are on the floor, we're going to push them back behind us. One more breath. Bring that foot forward and release. Okay, so now let's go back to the other side, and we're going to add on from there. So remember, toes down is always an option. The weight is going to go into the leg next to the chair. We're going to lift that knee up. Bring one hand out. Now, we're going to let go of that chair, and we're going to cross wrist to wrist. Belly tight. Here's your balance. Belly tight, right? Find a spot that's not moving to focus on. Now, we're going to push that foot behind us. There's warrior three with eagle arms. So my toes can be down if you want, or lifting. One more breath. We're going to bring that knee back up. And we're going to put that foot down with intention. Okay, let's do the other side. It's very challenging. I know that it is. It's the movement, right? So it's a little dynamic balance. Put the weight into the leg next to the chair. We're going to hold that chair and we're going to bring that knee up. Remember what your option is. Our toes are down, right? Okay, let's bring one hand to heart or one hand in front. Okay, cross wrist to wrist. Now we're going to push that foot back behind us. There's our warrior three with eagle arms. One more breath. Put the foot down and release. Okay, one more add-on. You're like, I don't want to do another add-on. You know you don't have to, right? Okay, so here we are. Weight into the leg next to the chair. Let's bring that knee up. We're going to cross wrist to wrist. Find your spot that's not moving to focus on. Push that foot behind you. Now, we're in that warrior three with eagle arms, and we're going to bring our arms by our side, pressing those fingertips towards where the wall and the floor meet, stretching through the spine. One more breath. Come up slowly. Bring that knee up and place that foot on the floor. So we want to get out of our balanced poses with intention, right? Mindfully. All right, let's do the other side. We're going to put our weight into that leg next to the chair. We'll come up to the eagle leg. Toes can be down, so is your option. Bring one hand up. Release the chair. Cross wrist to wrist. Push the foot behind you. Oh yeah, warrior three. And then bring the arms by the side. Eagle arm, airplane arms. Stretching through. One more breath. Come up slowly. Put the foot on the floor. Have a seat. And let's grab a sip of water. So we're going to move into thread the needle pose. So we're going to do a heel, toe. Not super wide legs. They don't have to be that wide, but just a little bit. Now, we're going to take our right hand and we're going to place it on our right thigh, or knee. We're going to rotate that left arm up towards the ceiling. Then we're going to bring that arm through. It's going to swing through between the arm and the opposite leg. So think about stacking your set of ribs on top of the other. So as we rotate open, one set of ribs is stacked on top. And then as we rotate through, the other set of ribs is stacked on top. One more time. Up we go. Now, as we swing this one through, I want you to go as far as you can rotate and then drop that arm on that opposite leg. Let your ear fall towards the floor a little bit, and you will really feel some sideways muscles stretching. One more breath here. All right, let's go ahead and unravel, and let's do the other side. Hand on the thigh. We're going to rotate open. Think about stacking sets of ribs on top, right? And then as you swing it through, the other set of ribs goes on top. Let's do that again. Up we go. Rotate through. Up we go. Rotate through. Now swing it through as far as it will go. Then set that arm down on that leg. Let your upper body sink a little bit. Feel the stretch. One more breath here. All right, go ahead and unravel and bring those legs together. Okay, so now we're going to come a little bit further forward on our chair, and we're going to come into a supported forward fold. Then if you want, we're going to add a couple of things to that, but it's going to be if you want to. So we're going to take our feet a little bit wide because we need to have a place for our belly to fall between our legs. So we're going to start in supported. So our forearms are on those thighs. We're going to let our heart fall forward. So keeping the back a little bit flat here, keeping the head lifted above the heart. Now, if you want this is a great version. And if you want to stay right here, this is a great stretch. If you want a little bit more with me, we're going to go ahead and drop our hands to the floor, okay? and let our heart fall. But I'm still kind of lifting my head, if you'll notice, is still a little bit above my heart. Okay, now the next add-on, if you so desire, is we are going to let that head fall. If it works for your body, right? Don't do it if it doesn't work. If you have any medical situation that precludes you from dropping your head below your heart, don't do it. Now the final add-on here is we're going to take our hands off of the floor and we're going to grab our elbows, and you will feel a pretty significant stretch in the low back. This is called rag doll. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Drop your hands back down to the floor. Let's go ahead and come up into that supported forward fold so our forearms are on our thighs. Let the blood kind of recalibrate here. Take a moment. One more breath, and then we're going to come up into seated. All right. Let's sit back in Shavasana pose. So you can lean back now, hands resting on the thighs. We'll flip our palms up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, close your eyes.
Constant adventure. Wherever you go, you are surrounded by the potential for fascination, inspiration, and abundance. Whatever you're doing gives you the opportunity for a satisfying and fulfilling experience. If you expect to always be comforted, encouraged, or entertained without any exertion on your part, you'll often be deeply disappointed. Yet when you put a little effort into recognizing the amazing reality of what's right in front of you, life becomes a constant adventure. No contrived spectacle is necessary for the world to be spectacular. There's plenty of magic in every ordinary moment when you are caring and curious enough to look. Find energy and inspiration not in quick, easy fixes, but rather in sustained appreciation. Invest your attention and the whole of your being in the place where you are, the time you're in, the people you're with, the actions you're taking. All of existence sparkles with obvious richness, and under the surface are layers upon layers of even more. Open your eyes, your mind, and your heart to the possibilities. Embrace the wonder and live fully the constant adventure.
Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with your right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with your left hand. Give the head a gentle tug, pressing that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for participating today. Keep showing up, like the video, leave a comment, click subscribe, and consider joining the membership channel for ad-free classes and other perks. And I will see you next time.